Cammy?
Go ahead, Mr. Buchanan.
Cammy?
Go ahead, Mr. Buchanan. What time?
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 Cammy?
Go ahead, Mr. Buchanan.
Cammy?
All right, welcome back. You're listening to the Luke and Cammy Show.
Luke and Cammy.
You know what? A legend is among us.
Among us.
I wouldn't say a legend. I still got a lot of work to do.
Like I say, a legend is among us.
Nah.
Right now. You know
I'll take a veteran, but not a legend.
This dude right here. You know what? Hold on. See, I'm missing parenting while I'm doing my DJ show.
Yes.
This is
Okay, so what we need to pray for, we need to pray for these children to be quiet right now.
All right. They'll be quiet.
In Jesus'
Once I take
name.
their mic off. All right, here we go.
Got it.
Like I said, we got a legend among us. Am I saying that right?
A legend.
A veteran.
Yeah, okay. And he gonna keep on, Kepper.
Okay. I'd like to welcome to the show DJ Class 1.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Woo. Keep it going.
Of the Alcoholics or is it
Liquor Crew, Antics Crew,
okay?
Universal Hip Hop Museum, Beat Swap Meet, Boomboxery Crew, and man, I can't even think of how many organizations I belong to.
All right. Well, first of all, for the people that don't know you, give us a little bit of history on how you got into the game. Is that a 40 ounce right there, brother? Oh, I'm about to say, man, let's pop that open right now.
Right.
No, I could bring a 40 ounce, but I got to drink some water right now. No, well, I've been spinning since 05, and throughout the years, I just happened to meet J-Ro at a random spot. I was DJing, and he was there, and I believe it was a rap showcase. And out of nowhere, the DJ of the venue was missing.
Yeah.
And J-Ro just popped on, and he started being the DJ for the local rappers.
Oh my God.
And then it got to the point where it was a Q&A, meaning I was needle dropping and he was needle dropping, and I didn't even know that was J-Ro right next to me.
Wow.
until our session was over, and from there it just took off. Little by little, I started meeting everybody from Tash, Swift, King T, Exhibit.
Was you like you're in the game now? You're in the game now. You nervous or what's going on when that happened?
Oh well,
I'm telling you, they coming at you.
They coming at you.
No, actually, I already been used to it because I've been around like Percy P.
Yeah.
Those who don't know, he's from the Bronx. He's a legend. So I've been with Percy P, and he's been introducing me to all these East Coast legends.
Man, stop doing that, because 05, man, you've been in the game, what, 20 years? 10 years? Over 10 years?
10 years.
You're a legend. Yeah, what you talking about? Probably got your name on the Walk of Fame already, bro.
Not yet. Hopefully one day, but
That's cool.
I just feel that I need a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I mean, I'm so excited that you're here, though.
Thank you.
I'm
humble.
I've seen you on Instagram, and you post your posts are ridiculous. Like, you have everybody's coming with you. You have old videos and like things that, I mean, I'm not gonna say my generation, but the generation right now that hasn't even seen. So, like, what is your response to like what's going on right now in today's music, and like how do you fit into the mix of that?
Well, the reason I post like pictures and I describe who's who, like for example, like Uncle Jam's Army. When I take a picture with the big homie Egyptian Lover, I'll break it down like who he is and where he comes from, because I got new and young generation of hip hop following me.
Right.
And because what I write, they read and they start acknowledging who's who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they go and they start doing some research on themselves. And all of a sudden, they start becoming fans of Uncle Jam's Army.
Yeah.
And World Class Wrecking Crew and the whole 9 yards.
Right.
A lot of these young cats don't know what that is.
No.
No.
Don't know
And
what
he's like, he has like a museum of like photos and everything on Instagram.
Wow.
And so.
No. At the same time, we are working on building, we're structuring a building in the Bronx in New York called the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
That's what Kelvin was talking about.
Right.
And some of the founders is Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Grandmaster Caz, Rocky Lugano.
Wow.
And we have West Coast ambassadors, which contains clientele from World Class Rain Crew, Silky D from Uncle Jim's Army, the first West Coast female DJ, Carmela Alvarez, founder of Raidertron.
Yeah.
Greg Matt from Original K-Day.
Wow.
So I was just honored that clientele made me an official chairperson for the arts and collectibles of the museum.
Yeah.
So I'm responsible to collect all the mementos of West Coast origins.
So this is where you find you are actually the symbol of everything that's going on, the resurgence. At least can you feel a resurgence of like the West Coast, like, or this in general old school hip hop? I mean, is it really a real resurgence going on? Are we going back to it?
You know what? I had this conversation with a lot of folks that nowadays the youngsters are now showing interest of the history of hip hop. Unlike before, where you'll have a response, but somebody will say like, who cares? That's old. Nobody cares about that. Now, all of a sudden, I want to know who's Uncle Jam's Army.
Right.
Who's the Mixmasters. And because of New York, they've been doing a heck of a good job with like shows like The Breaks, Get Down, Hip Hop Revolution.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect timing right now to do certain projects to reintroduce the origins to the young generation.
Right. I mean, I honestly right now I'm just loving right at this very moment. There's like this crossroads between old school hip hop and real authentic real hip hop.
Yes.
And like this trap music that's kind of, I don't want to say it's fading out, because there's a lot of artists that are pulling, like Mary J has a trap song, but there's a lot of people that are trying to keep that trap music alive. But do you see like now like artists are really trying to get back in the studio, really trying to get that vinyl, really trying to get like old techniques to it?
Definitely, because again, I belong to, I'm part of a Beat Swap Meet, which is an event that we do that is all vinyl concept.
Right.
And all DJs they're on all vinyl.
Right.
So we have this huge marketing, a huge audience that they're buying records nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also the electro funk scene is coming back.
Yeah.
The electro funk scene is up now, coming back slowly.
Yeah, because I was listening to Apache the other day, and I was like, I want this album, and it was like $169.
I don't know who that is. That's crazy. $169. What? Does he come with the album?
Well, first of all, it's a song, and maybe you should play it real quick so that
Apache,
we can.
R.I.P.
Wow.
But like I $169, the original Apache song. I think you should play Apache just in our background music. But so I want to know, like, where are you from? Like, where you start? I mean, I know that you do a lot of things on the East Coast, like, but how did you come to this place in this time right now?
Well, my neighbors, I grew up on Northern and Crenshaw, and my neighbors were breakers. At that time, we were calling each other breakers, not B-boys.
Right.
We took B-boys as the Bronx boys.
Right.
So there was no such thing as B-boys back in the 80s. There was breakers.
Right.
There were breakers, and there were also pop blockers.
Right,
So
exactly.
we used to have sessions, in their backyard.
Right.
And I did went to the Raidertron, but I can't remember too much because I was way too young. But I used to go to the Raidertron, and I come from the era where we used to walk down the streets with the boomboxes and the ghetto blasters over our shoulders.
You're not alone. Your mom's family. You don't even have to explain. We know. We understand.
And then for a time period, I moved to 61st and Avalon in South Central, so I got exposed more to the funk and to the New Jack.
Right.
And more to the graffiti and that part.
Right.
And in the late 90s, I became a writer.
Really?
So I used to go to the Belmont Tunnel, Not sure
And
if people remember the Belmont Tunnel. That was a famous
gosh.
spot for graffiti writers.
Wow.
Where was that at? I don't.
Belmont Tunnel is on 3rd. It's by Belmont High School by Echo Park.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Belmont Tunnel. It comes. There's a scene in the movie Colors where the Crips are just hanging out, and I believe one of the cops, they show up and they're talking to the Crips. And they're just kicking, and there's a bunch of graffiti in the background.
And that was
That's a
Belmont
Tunnel.
Tunnels.
Wow.
That's where we used to hang and we used to write.
And yeah, somewhere down the line, with me hanging around with my boy Percy P, and again, hanging around with all these East Coast legends. When somewhere down the line, I kind of lost myself, and my brother was telling me that I should go back to who I am, wearing the Chuck Taylors and the khakis and the LA hats, because I was wearing Kangos. But people were not. They
weren't
just telling me
feeling
like,
the
that ain't you.
I had a Kango.
And then also what really made me pursue the origins of West Coast hip hop is that our generation right now, we're trying to be like too much like New York and the South.
Yeah.
And we have our own culture.
We do. We do.
The lowriders, the way we b-boy, the new style graffiti,
The way we party.
the freestyle, rappers
Everything.
freestyling, that came from LA, from Good Life.
Wow.
So I decided to take it upon myself, and then also I got tired of hearing older people bashing on the young generation, telling them like, "Oh, you guys don't know, you don't know." Well, instead of judging them, why not educate them? Why not introduce them to the origins?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was sitting home and I was telling myself, you know what? I'm gonna take it upon myself and do my little part on reintroducing the origins to the young generation,
Right.
and to the new audience, because we do have a lot of folks that are like late 20s and 30s. They don't know.
They don't know.
The history
They
of
don't
hip-hop.
know. But that's okay. That's
No, yeah, it
fine,
is.
because now it's really becoming like all of these artists that have been like in some cases forgotten. They're like being asked to do shows, and they're selling out because they haven't been been wanted or at least promoted for so many years, decades.
And also, like the good old saying states that if you want change, work on it.
Right.
And I'm not really too fond of the direction of modern day rap music. So I feel that if I could introduce the fundamentals of West Coast hip hop to this generation, I might be able to inspire them to change.
Yeah.
Meaning, I have a perfect example. Once in a while, I have like a 15, 17, 14-year-old kids coming up to me. And they're telling me, "Hey, class, can you check this beat out that what I made?" I'm like, "Sure, let me check it out." And it's like 80 beats per minute, real slow, dark, emotional, emo. And then they tell me, "Yeah, class, because of you, check this out." And all of a sudden, the beat went from 80 to 99, 105 beats per minute.
Yeah.
More funky, more more tempo, more live.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel good, because I'm like,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because of the records I've been spinning, because I'm known to spin a lot of old school. So I spin a lot of freestyle, a lot of electro funk, a lot of 80s.
Yeah.
So this generation, they get to be exposed to that music. They go home and I guess they're bugging out because of what they heard. And now they were influenced.
They're back again. I mean, right now we have, like, here on campus, Long Beach City College is having a vinyl-thon on April 22nd. And you were here.
I'm paying attention.
On April 22nd, and it's going to be vinyl play for 24 hours straight, from 12 midnight till 11:59. They're going to be playing vinyl straight through, and
24 hours.
24 hours. And we are dedicating to the West Coast music, and we want you to be a part of it. And I'll give you more information, but we're going to have an hour to really like bring it right. Also, we spoke with Kelvin Anderson Kevin, the
Oh, the
owner of
big
VIP Records, and he's going to be on board. But I think it's just really vitally important that people like you and people like Kelvin and people that really, really love the art of music and what's happening, and I'm just really appreciative that you have been keeping it real and keeping it alive.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I'm trying. Like I said, there's a lot of work. As a matter of fact, I would like to invite you guys personally to our private screening. It's a documentary by DJ Dr. Funkenstein from Uncle
God.
Jam's Army.
Oh my God! Are you
and
kidding
Wolf,
me?
Big shout out to Wolf, who's behind the documentary as well. It's called Set in the West, which is about the beginning, the history of Uncle Jam's Army, World Class Wrecking Crew, and K-Day.
Oh, amazing!
And Don Campbell from the founder of Locking and the Lockers.
Right. So okay. So when is it? Because I want to be there.
April 20th.
April 20th.
Everybody could log into setinthewest.com for all the details, the address, because I believe they changed the date.
Okay.
So I think it is April 20th.
April 20th. So we got a lot going on. So April 20th is Set the West.
Set in the West.
Setinthewest.com. Mm-hmm. Setinthewest.com is a documentary with Dr. Funkenstein.
By Dr. Funkenstein.
By Dr. Funkenstein.
And
and oh my gosh, this is going to be, I'm there because I'm all about every documentary you can imagine. I love documentaries, so count me in.
And
count
also, clientele from World Class Wrecking Crew, I'm working with him as they're in production of Breaking 3, Breakdance Evolution.
Wow.
So they're casting all the OGs, poppers and lockers and boogaloos.
Well,
especially those that were in Breaking 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the kind of stuff that we really like here on the radio station. We want, right? Okay, so we're just like that's our thing. Like that's
so people
they
could reach out to me on Facebook for the moment and just inbox me if they're interested of being part of this film.
Okay.
And there's another project that I'm working with the creator of Breaking, David Zito, and my boy Mantis. We're working on the film called The Boogaloo Kid.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
the one that was in the movie, right?
No, it's a different concept.
That's what's up. So,
but the creator of Breaking, the screenwriter, he's behind this one.
Wow.
I'm honored to be working with him on this project as well.
Man, I wanted to be a breaker so bad.
I did too, but
I thought maybe if you just bought a Puma jacket, remember the Puma jacket?
Hey, that's good enough.
No, like this was my situation. My parents, they worked at the hospital, and they used to get the big cardboard boxes, and me and my cousins would be in the front, and my grandmother come running outside. It was on 84th and Central, when we used to go visit her, and we used to try to spin on our head, and she's like, "You better stop, because you're gonna break your neck." That's what it's called, break dancing. You're gonna break your neck.
So the alcoholic thing, being a DJ for the alcoholics, how did that all come together like that?
No, well, I'm not their official DJ. Swift is he's still the DJ for the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I am one of their DJs. So whenever we have an event, I'm there with.
Yeah.
Because I still spin on vinyls. I don't really get on Serato too much.
Yeah.
So I'm like one of those few DJs that can't move on and still carrying the crates.
You come in with how many crates, like, for a show?
Yeah, nowadays, good thing nowadays we have bags, so it makes it easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 bags, then that's good enough for an hour.
2 bags for an hour. Okay.
Unlike before, we used to carry like 5 crates, 10, 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
See, these days, like, it's just
CD.
Your Apple,
or the little thing.
It's not even. It's just an Apple and a couple bits of software these days.
The Serato, it's just a program, the laptop that's connected to the mixer.
Yeah,
which is cool. It makes it easier, especially if you're flying. If you're traveling.
True.
But
did that make you kind of upset sometimes when you think about how everything is just seems like
beginning,
everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
So it took me a while to fully understand how the actual format of digital.
Right.
And once I fully understood how it works, it's the same thing.
It's the same. It's the same exact feeling. It's the same feeling. Everything.
Everything.
Wow. Yeah, because I was at Complex Con this year, and I was sitting in with a group of people, and it was Raekwon, and he was sitting there, and he was seriously going through Raekwon was sitting there, man, and he was seriously like, trap music ain't music, and the whole room lost it. Like,
yeah, somebody like
I don't know what
Raekwon.
this trap music. I don't know what that is. I tried to listen to it, but I don't know what it is.
I think there's some mathematical formula to this or something. It's kind of.
I don't really listen to trap music. I'm not too really fond of it. You know, it's cool. You know, the audience love it. You know.
Yeah.
That's for them, but it ain't for somebody like me.
Yeah.
It ain't for me either.
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to a few trap songs, and there's, I think more so that the beats have some kind of formula that when back in the day it was more free. It was more like different sounds. You had live musicians in some of these albums that people were scratching and playing, and now you have like this very electric sound that I don't quite understand.
Honestly, from my opinion, I feel that trap music doesn't really have a musical format. I think it just got extremely popular because of the 808 bass.
Yeah,
and that's what the audience.
Yeah,
kind of similar to the Casio keyboard to electronic 80s music.
I'm more about that. What hip hop is actually about.
Yeah,
having a good time. Even though you can have a message, but have the music.
Yeah,
uplift your mind and spirit and just make you want to dance.
Exactly.
Like this beat, the background beat is playing right now.
Right.
You know, with a nice flow to it.
Yeah.
Beat.
Right.
I'm just picky when it comes to rap music. When it comes to rap music.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm just in the midst of really a revolution of the change in music right now, and I hope that we continue with the help of you and everyone that loves you, and including myself, that we continue to support, old school music, but making it right. I mean, because the musicians need to know. They really need to know that the history of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm an artist as well, so if I don't look back to the artist of before, I don't have a reference to my future. So it's the same concept. Like
and also if I may add, also I'm spreading the word to because nowadays when people talk about hip hop, they just referring to rap music. Right. Talking about rap music.
Right. And
they forget that hip hop is not a genre. It's a culture.
It's a culture.
Rap music is a genre.
Right.
And rap is not hip hop. Rap is a part of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I'm trying to remind everybody that hip hop. We have the rappers, the b-boys, the breakers, the pop lockers, the DJs, the graffiti writers.
And then everything that comes with that, the clothes, your soul, your spirit, the art, the graffiti, all these things are all part of that culture. And it's either you have it in your spirit or you don't, and it's just really in your heart.
And that's why a lot of the pioneers, they reach out to me because they know that I stay relevant to all the elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll see me on Instagram posting pictures or of the first b-boy breaking crew of Los Angeles, or some like the first graffiti writers of Los Angeles, like my boy Hex One. Yeah. He's one of the first writers of LA.
Yeah.
He also did the cover for La Raza for Kid Frost,
who I love.
So somebody like him, they help revolutionize the style of graffiti with the term we call wild style.
Oh, you can write a book, man. I need a coffee table book. Don't get me started.
Let's get started right here. We got a laptop right here. Let's get started right now.
No, but we're working on documentaries like Set in the West.
Yeah.
That's just like part one.
Yeah.
After that, we're gonna be touching bases on the lockers and the boogaloos.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go on with 3, and that's gonna be the graffiti writers. And 4, the DJs, and so on.
Because
is there a secret forum? Is there a secret place they all meet at? Like, you know what I'm saying, where they all get together and start dancing and doing anything like back in the day? It was like back in the day, they had a certain place
They
they
had
meet
the
at.
doo-doo center.
There was one person bring the cardboard, lay that cardboard down, start breaking.
No, there's no secret places, but you know, there's a lot of the OGs, the b-boy OGs. They have their own classes where they teach.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I remember back in the day, my cousins used to go to Soul Train.
Soul Train.
They used to go to Soul Train early 80s and used to be popping lockers, and then they used to all kind of hang out at my auntie's house, and I fell in love with it then, and you know, just just the spirit, the free spirit of it, and I've never lost it. So Soul
Train. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, this is. Have you been all over the world yet?
No.
It's
You ever been all
time.
over the world? Come on.
You gotta go to
You
Japan.
gotta go to Japan.
They will love you there. You'll be
No,
famous.
we're in talks. I'm negotiating with some of the promoters out there right now.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, because Japan's
That's cool.
real hot right
You know,
now.
I'm about the culture, but at the same time, you know, it's show business and need that bread.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Well, we want to give the listeners and audience information about you and where they can find you. So give us your social media handles and everything.
For the moment, as right now, because we're constructing the website.
Mm-hmm.
But for the moment, everybody could reach me out Class 1 Mix on Facebook, or just Class 1 with the K on Instagram.
Okay. Well,
Have you done any albums or anything like that, or
Mixtape.
like mixtapes and that you want?
No, and then every time I'm trying to work on one, something else pops up, something bigger, and I just put those on hold.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I want to, especially my boy Jazzy, who's behind the voice of Granny. You know, the character that my big old homie, rest in peace, Crazy Tunes, came up with. He wants to bring back that character Granny. I'm pretty sure some of you guys heard the voice Granny on Dub C's albums.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tunes, DJ Tunes. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wants to bring back that character, and it's funny you bring that up because I texted Joe Cooley last night
Oh, I know. It's
because
fun.
he posted something about Tunes, right?
Yeah.
So I texted him about yo Cooley, Jazz was just telling me how he wants to bring back this the character Granny. I say we should bring all you guys together, all you OGs together, and work on the mixtape
That'd be
for
good.
a tribute to Tunes.
Right. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. He fast like that, bro. Like,
Yeah, that really hit home.
That hit a lot of people
When
hard.
I walked up with that message,
Yeah. I mean, I go to a corporate office and I had people coming in.
and one thing about Crazy Tunes, he loved the DJs, especially West Coast DJs.
Yeah.
If you were a DJ from the West Coast,
You got love. You got nothing but love. Yeah.
he knew a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people.
Yeah.
People you wouldn't expect he knew.
It was love for him
crazy.
for sure. Well, rest in peace. Well, I have to say thank you for coming out.
no, thank you guys for having me. I'm humble.
And this is going to be your second home. You can come anytime. You are welcome.
Matter of fact,
Welcome.
next time if you can, man, you come bring your stuff, man.
You can bring them
Set it
crates.
up. Bring them
No.
crates. You know what I'm saying? We
We'll
got
set you up.
Maybe I'll bring a pioneer with me, maybe a clientele.
Okay.
Or Alonzo. Yeah, so
All
bring
right.
Alonzo from World Class.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, bring
yeah.
it.
Or Battle
Oh,
Cat from
and Alonzo
Jam.
knows me.
Oh, there you go. Bring him over here.
Yeah, Alonzo, I used to do his stepping class on Saturday.
stepping class.
Yeah, I used to do stepping class over at the Crystal Park, or not Crystal Park, but the Hollywood Park Casino
What?
on Saturdays.
Oh.
Man, that's how I met him. That's
You had
how
a
I
pair
met
of
him.
Timberlands and all that?
No, you know, Chicago stepping. You gotta have heels.
You gotta have heels.
All we know is Chucks and Pumas.
Yeah.
Villas.
Untied Timberlands.
No, but I've known Alonzo for a
With-
long
with
time.
the checkers laces.
yeah.
You remember the checker laces?
Yep. And it took me forever to do.
KLBC.org. We sitting here, we chatting with DJ Class 1. Man, thanks
It's
for
an
coming
honor.
down, man. Really, it's really
Humble.
a treat to meet you. She been talking about you for weeks. Like class one. I'm like class one. Class one is the doing. Okay. Be here Monday. That's right.
So thank you for coming in, and we really do appreciate
Did you do your
coming
Facebook
down.
and all that stuff? I need. Did you
Yeah.
plug your face? Okay. Do it again.
Once again, y'all can catch me on Class 1 Mix, KLASSONE, MIX on Facebook, and Class 1 on Instagram.
Oh, one other thing between me and you, the women. Do
He
they
always
come?
asks this question.
Do they come?
They come and go.
All right, man. Thanks for coming down, Class 1, man. Good.
Yes.
Keep in touch with the show. Good. Thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you so much.